Okay, guys. Here we are. If you'll look up here to our right as we get up here, this is part of Buccaneer State Park.
Waveland, Mississippi.
Yep. And this is on the water, but I think this section is closed at this time of year.
Right, but they have the, and I think these are water and electric, but not sewer.
They're sewer. I see sewer lines.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, there's sewer here. But they had this section, I guess, closed because ain't nobody staying in it.
And this is lit up at night, too.
Yeah, it is. But you're just the highway separating you and the ocean.
Okay, here's our entrance. I can't remember how many loops are in here.
No, but they're numbered, and I'll tell you the name and the numbers. So as we drive through each loop.
So here's this little guardhouse. We think maybe
During the summer.
peak season they might have that operational.
Because here they have a wave park. And of course it's closed this time of year.
But it's not part of the entrance into the state park. I think you have to pay extra.
You do. You come in the gate. That's why we think that gate in the summer is probably closed. You got to pay the park fee, and then you pay this. And if you camp in here, it's the same thing. You get the you got to pay for Buccaneer Bay.
Buccaneer Bay.
But this is a wave park. It looks
water park. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I don't know seasons, but I'm going to say Memorial Day to whatever the normal pools open up. I don't go to a lot of pools, so. But
they also have, we just passed one, or you can see one up here on the right, disc golf.
Yeah, disc golf, which seems to be a big thing around here.
We've seen quite a few people playing it. They might be in their little toboggans and stuff, but
true.
We've seen quite a few people playing it.
But if you come in with the camper, you're going to pass that one. You're going to drive on down. They give you a hang tag. They have a nature trail here, so if you want to walk. Kids playground up here. So, you know, there it is family oriented. They got volleyball courts.
Hiking trails.
A swimming pool inside the campground. The wave, of course, as we went by. But you get a hang tag, which gets you in the gated section to the campground down here.
And this next building up here is their office and the registration. They got dumpsters all over the park too.
Yes.
Now we've noticed after hours they have a tendency to keep that gate open.
Yes.
So in a way that's good because you don't get locked out.
And here is Lafitte.
John Lafitte.
Yep, John Lafitte. 1 to 25.
All these are loops through here. fairly level. You'll see some of these might have a little rise to some of these. And we were here the other day when it rained, what, like an inch?
Oh my, yeah, it rained more than an inch. It poured.
Or so. And we had some flood. I mean, our site wasn't flooded, but there was standing water.
Yeah, it didn't flood, but there was definitely standing water, you know.
These are water and electric, 30 and 50 amp.
And
right?
sewer.
And sewer. And it's about $30 a night.
Yeah, basically for full hookups.
For full hookups.
And it's really a nice park. There are things to do in the area. You know, like we said, go to Bay St. Louis, you can go to Gulfport, which has got a nice little town area.
Pass Christian.
You got Pass Christian.
Biloxi.
Yeah.
And all the casinos you would want.
Yeah. You can throw all your money away. You know, a fool and his money soon depart. So keep that in mind when you go into a casino, for they're not in business to lose. So.
All the loops have their own bathhouses and bathrooms. Showers.
Yes. Now here is
Barataria Bay, 26 through 47. They have picnic tables, grills.
Yeah.
The fire rings are kind of iffy.
Yeah, they just got spots on the ground where you can see that they've
had a fire.
But there's
no fire ring per se.
No.
Now, what we found, we've been here a week now.
Yeah.
This place gets pretty crowded on the weekend, but during the week, and this might just because we're in the off season.
Yeah, and what if we're in November? What is it today?
The 16th.
16th. Yeah.
This is what you get, but you know, during peak season this might be different. But of course, you'll find that it's crowded on the weekends.
Now, if you do come to the campground, they do have a pool in the campground, but it ain't the water park. But there is a regular swimming pool. They have an arcade room.
Yeah.
Laundry.
The
camp
laundry,
store.
I thought was a little iffy. Looks like the machines are in some need of repair.
But the bathrooms are clean. I never use them. I mean, well, occasionally, but it's rare.
Okay, this is Long John Silver.
48
to 68.
And when we come here, we got here on Wednesday, and they told us that if we wanted to stay in another site that we could move.
And we did.
And we did.
So we went back to the office. They told me which sites they had available.
Yeah.
And we chose the site that we're in now, which we'll see in the next loop.
Yes.
That was nice, and we were staying for 2 weeks, and they said, well, if you don't like those 3 sites we've given you, we could break you up.
Yeah.
And have you in 1 week and 1 week. So they were very accommodating. They've been very nice.
They have. And usually that would have been fine with me because I have to dump weekly anyway. But
since we have sewer.
But since each side has sewer, you know, I thought, let's go for the 2 weeks. And then I don't have to move, you know. So.
Now they do have America the Beautiful here, but it's only for a few states that have a reciprocating agreement with them. So you'll need to look. I think Arkansas was one of them where you get the half off. There's
yeah, but I think you have to be a resident of that state.
Right.
So
Correct.
don't come in from, Texas and think you can use your America the Beautiful, for you can't. You got to be a Mississippi or Louisiana
This is
resident.
Pirates Cove, 69 to 93, and this is the loop that we're in.
Yeah. And
we will tell you the one thing, and we'll see in the next loop we go into. There is a train that runs pretty close to here. And they're very active. Several times a day the train comes. But we've really not had a lot of issues with it. I don't even
But
hear it.
we're up away from it. As you get further down to the back, Royal Cayman or whatever it is.
Royal Key.
Royal Key. That's where we first were at. And I had heard people say, hey, there's a train, we had read. And
So there we are on the left.
yeah.
We're in 88.
That's us. And
And what I was saying, you've got several dumpsters through here, so.
and bathhouses. So.
Yeah. Each loop has their own. Okay. What's next?
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
94 to 104.
They all kind of run the same way, except there's one that's, well, there's two that's kind of not like the others.
Yeah, I think I'll jump out because I'll go down to the one down where I think the next one is honestly up there. But
Yeah.
the one I really like, I think if you was here in the summer, it would be good, but it's really back on the marsh. So we wondered if mosquitoes would be
bad
back
yeah.
there.
Now, right now, this time of year, we're not.
Yeah, now.
Well, as often as we can sit outside, we've had a lot of rain, wind, cold.
Yes, we have.
And of course, it's going to improve right when we're leaving.
Right when we're leaving, yep, during the heat wave.
So there's a pool here to the right.
For the campground. So if you're in the campground, you don't have to pay for the wave if you just want a regular swimming pool.
So the camp store, they call it a wading pool.
Yeah.
The camp store, the arcade, and the laundry are up here on the second level.
Are all on the second level. Yes. So, and I'm going to park in a no parking since I'm turning around. But there's your camp store.
Well, you're not really parking, you're turning around.
I'm turning. That's a technicality right there. So
it's been a nice state park though. We've enjoyed it. We'll come back.
oh yeah, I will come back here. Yeah, it was a nice park. Now here
It's Royal Key.
and this is where I'm jumping out of order a little bit.
150 to 206.
This is 150 206. Now this
These don't have picnic tables
no
or grills.
grills. They're not paved. They're grass, gravel had been growed over it. But this is a section that's right next to the train track down here. So remember, 150 to 204.
206.
206, I mean, is down here in the
Near the train track,
And
in the
yeah.
grass or the gravel.
yeah. I actually like it. It's nice. There are not a lot of people come back here. Even during the weekend, it was pretty thin back here. But you'll see there's a road, and right on the other side of that road back here is a train track. And that train does run.
Very active.
Yes. So if You can't see it, but right through the trees there is a
It's
train.
elevated train.
Yeah. So, you know.
I think if you were to go straight here, there's a
It's
primitive. Yeah.
There is tent camping and stuff. So. But now, even this weekend where our loop had really filled up to probably only 2 or 3 empty spots.
There was still plenty of
There
availability.
was plenty of availability, and I do believe it's probably because of the train. You know, a lot of people don't want to hear it, so I guess me and Donna are kind of used to trains where we could hear a train of a night.
This spot right here on the left, or its next one, was pretty nice because it was.
I really like this one down here. I think it's 200. Let me see. Right in here is 200. If you've got a small rig, you got trees all around it. So you're really wedged back in there pretty private by yourself. And then, as I come down here, since we had come to the store, as I come out of here, I'm going to go to the right and
That's the last loop, ain't it, over here?
over here is actually the continue. If I'd have done them in order, I jumped out here. But I do like this loop because there are a lot of trees down here. And this
Treasure Cove.
And this is 105 to 149. So 150 to 2046, whatever it is. Probably that's the one that most people try to avoid because of the train. But as you see, you get a little more of a tree section down in here, which I think
Right, this is the one that's also with the marsh.
It's with the marsh, so, you know, I mean, I don't know, but, say leaves are starting to fall here in southern Mississippi. But I really do like the trees, and I think in the summer, if you could beat the mosquitoes off, these are really nice. And this section was full.
Yeah.
This weekend. But I think it would be nicer in the summer. You know, just the heat. You know, Mississippi gets hot, southern Mississippi. And so you got to pick the one that offends you the least. You know, so. But the sites are got decent privacy. There's actually some fire rings in this section. So they're concrete in a pit. You can see it right there in front of you. So some of them has the fire rings, some don't. But you know, but they're pretty good trees in between, you know, enough shrubs in between. You're not playing peekaboo with your neighbor. So
we think a couple of these are group campsites because it's got 2 picnic tables.
2 picnic tables, yeah.
And we don't think this was the original campground.
No, the original was more up towards Seasong. old plantation up there. And it has a sign as you're headed into Waveland to Bay St. Louis. And you can see where the old entrance was. So I guess after Katrina, they had to redo this whole thing. And I think that's what you got is down here now.
But this is pretty much our tour, isn't it?
Yeah, that was all the loops.
Through all the loops.
The numbers, you know, you can decide which one you like. You can go by the numbers and not the name of each individual loop. Really enjoyed our stay here. This been great. We've ate seafood basically every day but one or something like that we've been here. And plenty of restaurants down here, guys, bars, all the things that people like to do on vacation. And it's really a nice campground. Like I said, $30 for full hookups, guys. That's
pretty cheap.
That's pretty cheap for full hookups. So, and that's our tour. We're back on our loop. Right there's our little conglomerate that we live in. So, guys, that's tour Buccaneer State Park, Waveland, Mississippi. It's right on the Gulf. The other section, I don't know the numbers. I can't. You can look them up on the map. You'll see the ones out on the water. Like I said, they've got that section shut right now. So, that's our tour. I hope you enjoyed. We hope you guys having a great day. And we'll talk.
Yeah, happy holidays.
And happy holidays, yeah. We'll talk to you later.